Take-Two, the parent company of Rockstar Games, has recently decided to stick their big veiny dick in the beehive that is their own player base by cracking down on modding. Now, some of you might be going, boo-hoo, some fucking toxic, clickbaity GTA 5 channel won't be able to deceive people with misleading content about GTA 5 mods? Big deal. Well, yeah, it is a big deal because it affects the modding community as a whole. That includes you if you are into modding, which you probably are. This also includes YouTube channels who genuinely have a vested interest in modding, such as Taltigolt, an acquaintance of mine that I have been following on YouTube since 2009. These people will be affected, and some might just have issues putting food on the table because of this shit.
Modding has been made entirely illegal. Since San Andreas, that's how long we have modded this game, and now it's over. They don't want us to mod it anymore. Every single YouTuber who did videos is going to have to stop doing it. So many big YouTubers are going to change everything. And of course, you know that this means that my channel is officially dead unless I find something else to do. Because you can't mod this game anymore. When you start OpenIV, you get this uninstall and uninstall later. So you can't do anything. It's over. Over. Hundreds and hundreds of YouTubers are going to have to change everything.
And thus, people have begun making petitions. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this, but petitions really don't mean much as far as companies go. Take-Two is a business. They want to make as much money as possible. That is their main objective. And if anything stands in the way of them reaching their ideal annual profit, then they will look for ways of solving that. Take-Two knows full well what they are doing, and they don't care. This is simply another business move for Take-Two. They basically see a two-way road, which consists of road number 1 being Take-Two will make more money, and road number 2 being Take-Two will make less money. And it's quite obvious which road they chose. So, what does this mean? Well, for one, the GTA 4 and GTA 5 modification utility known as OpenIV is now officially dead. The developers of said software received a cease and desist letter from Take-Two demanding that they stop development on OpenIV and that they stop providing people with OpenIV. So the process has already begun taking effect. As far as the bully modding community goes, I honestly don't know yet. Being the owner of the biggest mod provider in the community, bullymods.net, I have yet to receive any letters or emails from Take-Two. It really wouldn't surprise me if this modding community is simply too inactive and insignificant for Take-Two to even bother with, let alone notice. It appears as though this is only affecting the more popular and newer games, as opposed to the classic titles like Bully or GTA San Andreas. This may change down the road, but hopefully the damage won't be beyond just GTA 4 and 5. It also appears as though the overall GTA 5 review rating on Steam has dropped from 79% to 50%. Good. I hope it drops below 25% to be completely honest, because that is about as much as I value that game at this point. Before I end this video, I would like to say this to Take-Two Interactive. You know the old saying, don't bite the hand that feeds? Well, duh, of course you do, you're a human being on planet Earth. That very saying is now more apropos than ever before as far as Rockstar Games goes. Modding communities do not simply consist of people who go, haha, let's ruin this game with mods. Granted, there are people who have a negative impact on games by modifying them, i.e. people who cheat in GTA Online, people who modify the game to no longer require purchasing, thus allowing people to illegally download it and so on. Those people exist, but they are nearly insignificant when juxtaposed to the vast amount of people who play and create mods solely for the purpose of enjoyment. Modding your games, Take-Two, has not only made them more fun, but modding them has also prolonged their relevance. You taking that away from your player base is like a hot dog vendor selling a customer a hot dog, noticing that the customer has begun eating the hot dog with a fork and knife, as opposed to eating it with their hands, and so the vendor walks up to the customer, grabs their fork and knife, throws them away, and goes, "No! You might have paid for this, but I decide how you conduct your eating." You've not only taken away the ability for some people to pay their bills and put food on the table, such as the aforementioned Taltigolt, but you've also made it clear to the people that love your games that all you care about is money. Not their enjoyment, not the social aspect of a video game's fan base, but just their fucking money. What I see is not a business that gives an ounce of a shit about entertainment. What I see is a faceless corporation controlled by greed, biting the very same hand that feeds, simply because the hand just didn't give you enough. I don't know the inside of Take-Two as far as profits go, but I'm just gonna go on a whim and say that it's not really that fucking bad. And this was obviously not a necessity. This was something done out of greed. You just couldn't be fucking happy with what you had. You just couldn't be fucking happy with the success you had already amassed. You just had to go beyond that. You just had to piss on the people who made that possible. Well, I for one hope that people vote with their money. If this is the kind of business I'm supporting when I buy Take-Two games, then fuck it. I've got other shit to play. I've got no time or tolerance for a bunch of ingrates that fuck over the very same people who contributed to your success in the first place. Now I know there's gonna be people in the comment section who will go, well, you know, it's within their legal right to do this. Yeah, of course I know it's within Take-Two's legal abilities to do this. I'm simply disputing the way they conduct business because it's completely fucking retarded and it fucks over the customer. And you wanna know what really sucks about this? The fact that Rockstar Games are taking the flak for this. Take-Two will never own up to this. Because a lot of people have begun blaming Sam Houser, Dan Houser, the people behind the games that we love to mod. Well, it's not only the customers that are being fucked over, it's the developers, it's the people producing the content we love that are also being fucked over by this. Legally, it is their prerogative to do this, but it's also legally my right to say that this is fucking bullshit. In other words, fuck Take-Two, fuck Take-Two's greedy higher-ups, and fuck the people defending this asinine business move.